Welcome all. Welcome everyone. This is Rants. I'm here on Wednesday, December the 4th, 2019. It's the last month of this decade as we move into 2020. It's going to be a real good time. So a lot of crazy stuff has happened so far this decade. We've had a lot of prominent people. Some have went to prison. Some actually ended up, unfortunately, seeing their untimely demise. And here we are in the final month of 2019, heading to 2020, heading for another election where Donald Trump is facing impeachment charges and the Democrats are still in disarray trying to figure out who's going to be the front runner for the upcoming election. But before we talk about anything, I'm going to talk a little bit today about personal development. And I want to discuss a couple of things before I get into this broadcast for this particular day. But before we get into that, I want you to first look at the like button, press it, subscribe to the channel, and also hit that notification button so in case you get some future videos that I would like to put out in the immediate future, you'll also get access to that, and you'll be able to look at any of the updates that comes from Rants. So today, one of the things I'm going to talk about is having the right peace of mind. I know that a lot of young men that are out there who are trying to accomplish some things in this world, and let's be real. Life can be hard sometimes. Life can be challenging. It can be difficult. You can be in a situation that can set you back 5 years, 10 years, 20 years if you're not careful. There was something that a friend of mine said to me today that I thought was a brilliant quote that he actually said to me. And I hope when he hears his broadcast that he's not afraid that I borrowed it. But he said that life is an accumulation of choices. Success and failure are your accumulations of choices. That's a very profound statement. I'll say it again. That success or failure are an accumulation of your personal choices that you make in this world. So you can go one direction and you can become a massive success. And you can also move in another direction and become a massive failure. But in terms of succeeding in this world, mindset, I think, is the biggest thing that you have to overcome. And what do I mean by that? All of us have 24 hours in a day for us to do anything. To work at a job, to finish a project, to put together ideas. But we all have the same 24 hours to accomplish our goals. But those that succeed, typically, they have a mindset that's optimistic. They look at the world and look at glasses as half full, as opposed to looking at them as half empty. And they don't get defeated whenever those goals don't work out. That's what I mean by having a positive mindset. I was reading the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and I actually recommend that you read it. For those of you who are young men out there, I guarantee and I actually recommend that you get this book and you read this book. And it's a great book, not just in terms of having the right kind of mindset to learn how to make money, but having the right kind of mindset if you intend to be successful in life. All right? Because talent, knowledge, education, and I would venture even to say genius are not always the determining factors to decide whether or not somebody actually succeeds or fails in life. But it's mindset. If you have the mindset where you're constantly looking at things positively and you're constantly giving yourself positive thoughts instead of negative thoughts. You block out negative thoughts. You have to, and that just doesn't apply to having positive train of thoughts, but also implementing positive thoughts into your subconscious. And how do you do that? Well, number one, you need to surround yourself with positive people. You want to see someone's future? You want to see someone's success? Look at the people they surround themselves with. You have to have discernment about who you decide to have as a friend. Because if you're around a bunch of negative people, if you're around a bunch of people that are not trying to acquire anything in life, they're not trying to better their situation, they're not inspiring to do better, they always talk about what they're going to do, but they have no follow through, those are probably not the kind of individuals you want to surround yourself with. You want to surround yourself with people that are positive, that are always joking, looking at the glass half full, and they're actually moving in the direction to make their dreams into reality. Those are the kind of people that you want to be around, and people who also support you, but they challenge you in a way that is positive and conducive for your success, meaning that they're not afraid to call your whole card. If they see that you're doing something that's, as we used to say back in the day, bitch made, they'll call you out on it. If you're doing something that compromises your manhood or womanhood, for those of you ladies who are listening, they call you out on it. And those are the kind of people that you want to surround yourself with. That's all a part of having a positive mindset. And you also shouldn't just be around individuals who have a positive mindset, but you want to also put certain messages into your subconscious that contain a positive mindset. Positive music. I caught myself when I was younger listening to a lot of hip hop, and I love hip hop. Hip hop, is something that's a part of my fabric and probably will always be a part of me because I grew up listening to it. And one of my first loves artistically before I started making movies was actually being a hip hop artist, making records. But I have to admit, one of the biggest setbacks of hip hop is that a lot of it is very angry. A lot of it is very hostile. A lot of it is very aggressive. And at times, that energy is needed. But if you want to succeed in business and you want to succeed in terms of trying to establish something, you need to have music around you that's going to produce positive qualities subconsciously. And I'm not saying all hip hop fits in that category. I'm not trying to stigmatize all hip hop because there's some hip hop out there I think that's great music, awesome music to listen to. But if it's hip hop that's always talking about murder, 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 kill, 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 F this B, screw this C, or whatever it is, and I kind of sound like an old man talking this way, but I understand now the value of listening to music that's going to uplift you. This point in my life, I listen to a lot of love songs. I listen to a lot of love songs. And the reason why I listen to a lot of love songs is because love songs are uplifting. Love songs get you in a positive mood. Love songs subconsciously make you love women or men for those female love songs. And that's part of the reason why I like to listen to love songs, because the vibrations that you put in your brain subconsciously, meaning that the things that you look at and also the things that you listen to will have a subconscious effect on you. So if you wonder why you're aggressive all the time and all you do is listen to aggressive hip hop, that's probably why. Maybe you need to scale back on it a little bit and listen to things that promote love, promote unity, promote happiness. And that's very, very important. Okay? So having a positive mindset is essential for success. The third thing, I talked about having positive people, listening to positive music, but you also have to have a
Hazard
positive
reported ahead.
surrounding.
C is for careful. Yeah, also for cookie.
All right, Cookie Monster, you interrupted my broadcast. But anyway, you got to have a positive surrounding. And what do I mean by a positive surrounding? Meaning that, well, you have to first take care of your health, and also the place that you live. If you do not take care of your health, meaning that you eat the wrong foods, you don't regularly exercise, you don't take care of yourself, you don't nourish your body, that will have a negative impact on your mood. Studies have shown that usually people that tend not to neglect their health, they tend not to exercise, and they eat horrible food, fast food that are higher in fat and cholesterol, high in sugar. It has a negative effect on their mood, and they tend to be more irritable. They tend to have more negative thoughts. They tend to just generally not to be more miserable people. And once all that anger and those negative feelings dissipate, it goes into depression. And once you hit depression, you can forget about trying to do anything. You can forget about trying to work yourself out. So with that said, you have to first take care of your most important asset, which is not money, which is not a car, but your body. Because if you're not in good health, you can't do anything. You can't make money. You can't eat. You can't sleep properly. We're only born with one body, and it's best that you take care of it to the best of your ability. You got to do that. Take care of your health. The next thing is the place where you live. Your domicile, your habitat, whatever you want to call it, you have to make sure that place is healthy. And what do I mean by that is that your place should be clean. Make sure you clean your place regularly. You sweep the floor, mop. If you're fortunate enough to have enough money, you have a good job, hire someone to do that. But you need to have a place where you can go to after you've had a long, exhaustive day over at the office, or you work at home, where you can actually be comfortable. The expression in the Bible where it says that godliness is next to cleanliness is, it sounds cliche, but actually there is some credence to that. One of the determining factors of depression is excessive filth that you see in a person's personal space. If you can tell that they never clean their place, they never mop it, they never sweep it, they never dust, they never do any of those things, that is an indication of depression. And it does wear on you. It does wear on you. Okay? So having not only a clean body, but also a clean place helps you with constantly having a positive attitude. All right? It's very, very important. Our attitude is what defines us. Our attitude is what pushes us forward. Our attitude is what helps us to get up every morning, and we have a decision to make. We can either wake up and be miserable, or we can wake up, have a positive and optimistic outlook on what we want to accomplish, and take each and every day as an opportunity to do better. An opportunity to be better people, an opportunity to be better fathers, an opportunity to be better men, to be better women, to be better students, to be better teachers, all right, to be better entrepreneurs. But success or failure oftentimes is rooted in having a positive outlook on life. I want all of you guys who are listening to this message to do well. I want you all to succeed. I want you all to have your goals and to reach for them and to move into a direction that's going to empower you. All right? Not cripple you. That's what I want for each and every single one of you. Okay? If you have